Hello, astrology friends. Carla here. Today we are talking about the new moon in Pisces, and every single time that we experience a new moon, we can find in the chart of the event the moon and the sun exactly at the same astrological point, in this particular case in Pisces. Every new moon, it's a new beginning, and in this particular one, it's the door that we open to get into the eclipses season, the first one of 2025, when we are going to experience a lot of things, but the most important one is like the one or the mood that is setting during this new moon. Why I am saying this? For me, and of course, as normally happen, all astrologers used to respond to events, moons, eclipses with our own or through our own charts. And in this particular case, as the ruler of this new moon are two, the old one that was always at the traditional astrology point of view, Jupiter, and then the new one that it's Neptune. We are going to experience the dialogue between Moon, Sun, and these two rulers. In particular, the ruler that coming stronger into the equation this time is Jupiter, that it's making in a square with the Sun and the Moon. And probably you are experiencing the same that I am experiencing now. This square between the moon, sun, and Jupiter direct again in Gemini made us all be super intoxicated of news, information. We are feeling overwhelming. We are so tired of so many people talking about the same. And actually, sometimes you can even have the sensation that you need and made a space to stop that noise that coming from the outside in order to get into the contact of this beautiful inner spiritual highly sensitive world that Pisces offer to all of us. And as this is a new beginning, why not putting the attention exactly on this? Normally, when planets doing in a square with other planet, it's a really difficult moment or aspect. And in this particular case, when Jupiter is involved in a square, it's like too much of that energy. That's the reason that I am explaining. Probably you are so tired about wherever is going on in your country, in the world, in your work, even in your relationships or family at this moment when something is coming over and over and over again, and you can actually navigate in different point of view that make extra noisy wherever is happening outside. So that's a particular reason because today I will be just choosing one point in this astrology layer about galactic astrology, and in particular dwarf planets, that it's one of those layers that actually I enjoy it the most. So where I will be taking my attention, as I mentioned, I am in Argentina, far away probably of many of you viewers on the North Hemisphere, and just mention this because we astrologers never pay attention when we are taking a look on event charts like this one on the ascendant, because we know that that will change depending on the time, and probably you will be having one sign as a rising sign and I have a really completely different one. However, just because I am pretty much in alignment and felt really in a strong connection with Umea, I will be bringing and I will be showing you the Umea. It's right there at the rising sign of the event if I take in a look from my particular city, and at the same time, right up, it's the Shapley attractor. And this for me was the chance to say, okay, where I am now, and probably in some other places around the world, I will be inviting you to take a look at the rising sign, because this was really particular. And for me, it's an alignment exactly at the energy that this moon is setting, where the moon is inviting us to go inwards and embrace all part of self. And at the same time, it's trying to let us know that this is a perfect moment to navigate into the deep waters of our divine cosmic mother, and at the same time trying to get into a point where we can clarify where are our dreams and if we are or not in alignment with them. And it's interesting because we have a lot of planets at this particular moment in time at the last degrees of Pisces. This will let us know that wherever was happening in the past few years in our Pisces house, in your particular chart, that is something that we are almost ready to graduate. We are almost ready to stop having this sensation that I don't know what's happening, I don't know what's going on, I'm confused. That can be one uh, energetical signature of Pisces, or we are almost ready to graduate into a new spiritual awakening and experience. We can probably are almost at the best point to graduate and develop a new gift in this spiritual world that can be a new way to experience life, a new way to connect with the divine, a new way to connect with life at the end of the day. For me, at least, life, it's a bridge. Every kind of connection that we have with nature, animals, life in all forms is the way that we connect or bridge with divine, cosmic father, mother, or however you call in your particular belief system. This being said, this moon, it's at 9 degrees of Pisces. And many of the new moons or full moons of this year will be happening around or at 9 degrees. So something is going on almost at the end of the first uh, portion of Pisces energy. So for me, this is interpreted like we are almost ending some kind of karmatic circle, some kind of unconscious learning, because a lot of planets and the North Node are right there. And we are putting our attention in that part. And at the same time, as always happens, cycles are going in simultaneous in life, and we are almost ending one period, and at the same time we are still connecting in a new way with something new that we must experience and learn from our Pisces energetic house in our particular chart too. So keep this in mind, and if you can, one of the most beautiful stuff to do when we have a lot of Pisces energy uh, around, because the transits are pointing that something big it's about to happen probably next year, when planets like Neptune and Saturn moving for good to a new beginning, a new sign that will be Aries. This is a time for us to connect with dreams, connect with art, connect with the spirit. It's a beautiful moment to journal about our dream state. However, you waking up and you remember or you connect, write it down. There are probably beautiful, interesting pieces that in some moment in time will be having sense. Probably not now. Don't go into interpretations and a lot into your mind. It's more a moment to feel and let intuition and sense awaken in a way that you will be putting your mind, the ordinary mind, the one that it's a chat box, on a side and just connect with your sensations. It's quite interesting, and in my channel you have a short video about this. Salacia, it's right there next to Venus. Venus will be retrograde in a few days, and when retrograde will be coming back from Aries to the point that we'll be meeting again with the masculine counterpart of Salacia, that it's Neptune, and it's a ruler of this particular new moon. So keep this in mind. Something will be happening there. And interesting enough, the lovers on the sky that used to be Venus and Mars are having a square during this new moon. So you can have in mind that something is happening because of this new moon. Mars are direct again, thank God, and at the same time, Venus is ready to get into retrograde. So Venus will be start taking a look and our desires, taking a look if we are having a good salary, the one that we deserve or not, is rechecking stuff about self-care, self-love, auto-esteem. At the same time, it's taking a look at how is going on and how we are handling our deepest and precious relationship with others. What is our love life? It's in alignment with us or not? Where we want to for next few days, where it's our desire, are in alignment or not with wherever Mars is ready now to go and get and make possible for us to conceive or to create. So all this mood is putting us in a place possible for us to navigate and go inwards, because the dwarf planets are supporting us, those energies that coming from the divine perspective, from the feminine side, in order to us be reconnected with nature, beauty, and the higher octave of Neptune as Haumea it is. And I point in Haumea, as I mentioned, because it's right there in the rising sign next to the Chapley attractor in my particular case. So for me, this is a particular probably experience or learning process that I am going to get into. Chapley attractor, it's a really strong connection where it's attracting all the material that will be becoming in different galaxies, new stars, new planets, shaping in a way that energy and giving form. And every single time that show up and connecting with us, if it's near to personal planets or, for example, in points like are really structural points in our chart, like can be house 1, 4, 7, and 10. And in this case, is right there next to the rising sign, connecting with this sense that we are part of nature again. We are not more separated. And interesting enough, happening during the Pisces new moon. Pisces, it's a sign that make every limitation blur. So this is something that it's quite interesting. Salacia was whispering, or is whispering, new perspective of higher love and this necessity to be in equals and in alignment with the counterpart, in this case, Neptune, the male side of the same energy. And in this particular case, the most important point that we are going to see holding a space at the same time for us to anchor this energy is Aldebaran, that it's right there supporting or in alignment with Jupiter, that let us know that however is happening outside, we can put in a stop, we can put in a pause, and we will be able to bring into our bodies that is more important, that is our own inner sense of what is true and what is not for us. So I will be just sharing this perspective. We have a lot of other points, galactic points, alignments, stuff to visit, but respecting this moment when we are in a mood to connect with nature, with our inner world, with the artistical side of us, with the poetry, with the beauty of that is surrounding us, and connecting with the dream state, because it's a bridge at the same time with the invisible realms. Are we just sharing this? I just want to embrace this part because it's so profound and so interesting and so miracle in moments that we can see a lot of chaos and distraction outside, that I don't want to distracting you anymore and any longer. I want to keep this simple. I want to honor this beautiful, sensitive water Pisces new moon. And hopefully, this will be probably enough for you. I know that it's a lot of information out there. And if you need to go deeper and see more perspective, you will be available to do it too. But in this particular case, I want to honor the silence, the inner world, and the magical worlds that and answers that we will be find when we connect with us and with God, with the divinity, and not with the outside any longer in these moments of times when it's too much going on. So thank you for passing by. I will hopefully see you soon again in the next video. Bye bye for now.